Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I had the pleasure, and I mean it, the pleasure of meeting this next fella on Saturday because after the golfing, he came to see our show. I was doing a little show with the fabulous Nikki G, and we got to meet him after the show. And he's what a lovely fella, an absolute gentleman. Please welcome to the stage the fabulous Mr. Willie Thorne.
What a lovely man you are as well, if I may say.
Thank you. No, it was really nice talking to you the other day. Willie Thorne, also known as the Homer Simpson of snooker.
Bobby Davro did that last night on stage.
Did he say that?
Totally. Every time I work with Bobby Davro, I have the pleasure of, inviting Bobby to do it. He slaughters me every single time. But he's such a great friend of mine. And Bobby, it's a pleasure to have you over here, my friend. It really is. Thank you so much, Bob. Thank you.
You're also sometimes known as Mr. Maximum. Why is that?
Well, when I was in my height in snooker in about the 80s, I used to make a few 147s, and that's the name Mr. Maximum. I've now called Mr. Minimum now. I don't make any money. I've not played now for some 16 years, but only a month ago, I had laser treatment. I've had a new lens put in my left eye. Okay. Because I'm trying to play again, because the seniors tournament is getting quite big. Sorry, I'll turn it a little bit that way, sorry about that. So I'm going to try, obviously I'm not going to be able to play on the main tour, because the main tour are going to be far too good for me, but the seniors now, people like Ken Doherty's on the seniors, Jimmy White's on the seniors, Steve Davis has come out of retirement a little bit, obviously Tony Knowles, he's playing again, hopefully Kirk Stevens and Cliff Thorburn. It's amazing how I got a round of applause then for Tony Knowles. He was snooker's sex symbol.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. I used to room with Tony Knowles, and when we were abroad, he was a terrible ladies' man, John Virgo. Tony Knowles was a so I've got John Virgo on my brain. He was a real ladies' man, Tony Knowles, and of course, when he was out, I was in, and when he was in, I was in the wardrobe, because he always brought a girl back with him, He was a ladies' man, too. Yeah.
So it all started, really, for you, it started in the year that I was born, 1970.
Really?
You won the National Under-16s Championship.
I know I had a moustache then as well. I've always looked old. That's my problem. I actually went bald when I was 21.
Did you?
So people think I'm really aging because I've been around for so long, but I've always had this hairstyle. But the hairstyle's not too bad because I've got my own shampoo coming out next year. Yeah. It's just called Shoulders. So you can get that. It's in all good shops. In all good shops.
Oh, amazing. So, you featured in a Chas and Dave song not too long ago, didn't you?
By the way, I know you're a fabulous singer, by the way, but have you ever had a number 5 in the charts?
I've not, but you have.
Well, funny you should say that, ladies and gentlemen. I've had a number 5 in the charts. Snooker Loopy, Nuts Are We.
Snooker Loopy.
Available in all bad shops now. You get it for 10p, I think. Honestly, it was great fun. Chas and Dave.
Yeah.
Bobby knows Chas and Dave really well, and they wrote some wonderful material, Chas and Dave. I'm just going to give you my verse. Old Willie Thorne, his hair's all gone, his mates all take the rise. His opponent said, "Cur up his head, because it's shining in my eyes. When the light shines down on his bare crown, he's asserted he's going to walk it. Just not fair, giving off that glare. Perhaps I ought to chalk it." Number 5 in the charts, number 1 in your heart. I thank you.
So you're a pop star as well.
Oh, and then we did another one, by the way. That got to number 5 when we did a song called The Romford Rap, which zoomed up to number 84. So we realised then music wasn't for me.
Amazing. So you made. Did you make history? Have you had over 100? Did you have over 100 century breaks?
Well, now obviously people like Stephen Hendry have made 700. Ronnie's getting close to 1,000 now. In our era, JV and myself, when the game first was at its height in the 80s, to make a 100 break or to make a 147 was not really heard of. So, I broke I think I was the 5th player to make over 100 centuries. Obviously, I used to play a lot with Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker actually holds the world record, ladies and gents, for snooker. Gary Lineker holds the world record for the most number of 147s against anybody.
Gary Lineker?
Gary Lineker. I used to practice with him all the time. He was my ball boy.
Oh.
Absolutely. Well, not in that sense of the world. I practiced with Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker is one of my closest friends. I was best man at his wedding. He was best man at my wedding. He was a virtually county standard at cricket, obviously fabulous footballer, 100 break player at snooker, a 4 handicap golfer. Crap in bed, though.
Talented man, though. My goodness me.
Very talented, very talented. And a lovely guy, by the way. I don't know, are you Lineker fans? Do you think we've got a chance in the World Cup, by the way, this year? I mean, I know we get brainwashed. Don't we every time get brainwashed? I wish you're Scottish, aren't you? Do you know what the World Cup is? It's a thing where you have to qualify. You have to qualify. Even less about football.
I don't know anything about football. I never understood why 22 grown men ran round a field chasing a bag of wind. I just never got it at all, no.
Yeah, you're a good point.
I can tell you anything about ballet.
Do you know Wayne Sleep?
No, not personally.
Oh, I didn't know whether you ever... Do you do ballet?
No.
Okay.
I did the splits once.
Did you?
Yeah, I only just got up last week. So you were on Strictly Come Dancing as well.
I know, it's a shame I told the story last night, but it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. And it's not until you get voted off, because I was petrified. Yeah. Obviously, every Saturday when you're walking down those, I don't realise or don't know how somebody's not slipped down those stairs. Because obviously all the celebs, I mean, all the dancers are obviously brilliant, but all the celebs, not many of us have had any dance experience. Yeah. So standing behind stage and then you're going to come down those stairs on a Saturday night, honestly, I shit myself every time. It was frightening. But like I said last night, I had the pleasure of dancing with Erin Bogue, and she was a wonderful trainer. And I lost 3 stone when I was I was on the show. Wow. Broke my leg and put 4 stone on. Seriously, I mean, it's amazing. But it's so hard work, but it's definitely a show. I mean, Bobby, of course, was on Splash. Do you remember that wonderful dive Bobby did in Splash? He decided to go off the top board and did the biggest belly flop I've ever seen. Your Niagaras must have been in terrible shape, Bobby, were they? They're still looking for your Niagaras in the swimming pool, yeah.
So you've done Strictly Come Dancing. Would you? Because lots of celebrities, there's so many things you can do later on now.
I'll tell you what I'd love to do. I would love to do the jungle.
Really?
I would love to do the jungle. I always use this as I mean, obviously, as you know, I've had a checkered lifestyle, and I've been a gambler until 2 years ago, and so I've not looked after my money, hence come over here to work. No, but I mean, it's something. I mean, I use the example of Phil Tufnell. Now, Phil Tufnell, you could get for 400 quid to come and do a speech at your club or whatever. He went from 400 quid to 10,000 a day. That's what the weight of the jungle is, you know. Me. And Phil Tufnell, don't get me wrong, he's a very funny guy, and he would always made a few quid, but that launched him. And me and JV are at an age now where you have to kind of keep doing things. I'd have loved to have done the Big Break show. I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, 10 years that was on, by the way, Big Break. Yeah. And JV, I've got to say, is the best straight man in the world, ladies and gentlemen. He was great for Jim and that, and we've been pals for so long. Excuse me, Uncle Willie's talking. Listen to Willie when he's talking, ladies.
Goodness sakes.
I've said that a few times before. Right. But listen, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very, very much indeed for spending just a small bit.
Yeah, eh? We're going to get Bobby up.
Yeah, I've had Bobby up before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Was he good? Was he all right?
Oh, yeah. He was very good. Sorry, Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I quickly say, but I mean, as you know, we only arranged a golf day last year. It went pretty well. This year's got slightly better. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the charity, by the way, ladies and gents. And the ladies are all... I mean, it's amazing how you ladies have a great time every time you come to one of our dues. I'm delighted to keep coming as long as you'll have us, and we'll keep coming over, try and make the event bigger and better every time. You know, let's make it where we can have maybe a celebrity in each team, bring a few footballers over, a few cricketers over, a few entertainers over, and obviously going to bring the great Bobby Davro back sometime. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much, Ian, and it is a pleasure.
Yeah, Mr. Willie Thorne.